welcome to Game the Game. I'm your host, Becca Scott, and today we are playing Atelier. Let's jump right in. Let me introduce our guests. A big welcome to Nox Berf.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Nox, you are known for your LARP tavern on twitch.tv/scabbyrooster.
That's absolutely right.
Very cool. Sitting right next to me, Jordan Pridgen.
Hi there. Hi, I'm Jordan Pridgen.
That's correct. You can check him out on Wildcards on Saving Throw Show. That's twitch.tv/Saving Throw Show.
Yes, it is.
Yeah?
That's correct.
And the wonderful Havana Mahoney, also on Twitch at twitch.tv/Vanna.
That's true.
Oh man, we got 3 Twitch stars over here.
You know so much about us.
Do the Twitch neck.
Not at all creepy, but we could do the neck thing.
The standard.
Yes.
This
also has to do a lot with our game because we all have such artistic prowess, and this is a game of painting masterpieces. Of course, everyone knows that an atelier is an artist's workshop.
Okay.
Everyone knows that.
Everyone
We
knows
know that now.
Yes.
When you paused, I was really worried you were waiting for us to like insert the answer.
An atelier.
Which we would have, 'cause we knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We knew that.
It's a small boat built for 2.
Oh.
An atelier is that feeling you get when you're craving a piece of fruit.
No, that's pregnancy. Anytime you want fruit, it's because you're pregnant.
I am in
Probably.
trouble.
Oh, geez. All
So
right.
pregnant.
Now, we're going to assume that you already know how to play this game and jump right in, but if you don't know, don't worry, we got a video for that. You can find a link in the description below. So, first things first, let's look at these paintings we have here. Pretty beautiful, I'd say.
Yeah, wow.
This
It's just like being at a museum.
It very much is, and let me just call out, I've got the guide to the museum right here.
Is there an audio tour? Because I love an audio tour.
There is not an audio tour. We do not like that sort of newfangled thing.
They can expect me to
Literally, it's a
read all-
cassette tape. What are you talking about?
Oh, I wish they had just little old school Walkmans that they pass out.
So cute.
What a hipster museum we've created.
I did a tour of an Irish gaol, which is like an Irish prison, with a tiny little cassette tape with like the metal band and like the little earbuds. It was the best.
Heaven.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Well, we gotta play this game. So, first things first, we all will need a patron of our art, of our atelier. So I'm going to pass everyone 2 patrons, look at them both, and decide which one you like best. These patrons will do things that will give us victory points in our end game, and they will remain secret throughout. We can spend inspiration tokens in order to earn new patrons as the game goes on.
And we don't say the name of these cards out loud.
Don't dare.
Tell me.
It just says patron card.
You're out. You say
That's not what mine says.
it. Becca will bring the hand of
Smack
vengeance
down.
down upon you.
Indeed.
Okay, so each of these cards has a value that will play out in the end game. Is that right, Becca?
Sure do. Things like worth 1 VP for each painting that uses blue. That's the only secret I'll tell you. All right.
It's a game of secrets. It's like Clue, but with paintings.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. And this is also interesting. That's better. Okay.
I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go with that one.
Don't forget to game the game.
Yes.
Gaming the game.
That's the name of the show. I like it.
Every time you
that
say
enough.
game the game, like a theme song pops up and a
Or we
logo.
just like scream.
Perfect. It's good. Good coordination.
Oh, okay.
Does everyone have 1 inspiration token to start?
I do.
There are
Yes.
4 dice and there are 12 students in their corresponding colors.
Man, class sizes were way smaller back then.
You sure were. Now,
Back
Helena,
then in France.
and that's your French accent?
Yep. It's Southern France.
Well, welcome to France, friend.
The south of France.
Southern France.
We should shout out, well, Nox is an artist,
Yeah, sometimes.
and Havana is an artist and also went to art school.
I went to an atelier. I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Ooh.
I also
So
have
obviously
one
we're at a disadvantage, Jordan.
Yeah.
from Phoenix Online. is where I got mine.
Yeah, I'm 30,000 in debt, so please step over in the other area
Step up,
with the
step
unreal artists, the fake artists.
The fake artists.
You're only an artist
Shots
if you have
fired.
at least 20K in debt from our tools.
I think that's true, yeah. All right, now I have arbitrarily given the first player palette to Nox. So Nox, sorry, before we begin the first turn, there's one more thing we have to do, which is we each get to place one student next to a pile of paint, color of our choosing, starting with the person to the right of the first player and going counterclockwise, because when we begin our turns, we'll go clockwise.
Well, Becca, I do believe that's me.
That's you.
Oh, goodness. Well, okay.
Green.
Great.
Why green?
The color of grass, the color of this table, the color of money,
Money.
which I owe a lot of to art school.
Oh, man.
Did you realize bringing me on the show would trigger my past traumas?
I always assume that. Okay, we're going red. Go red or go home.
I don't want to like start conflict already, but I do want to be on green.
That's okay.
You're
we can
tied.
share.
We're tied.
If you could
Everything's
give me
great.
some personal space, though, Jesus.
Right, that was a little close.
God.
Real
called
close.
A bubble.
Now it is Nox's turn to place the first student.
I've thought about this pretty seriously, and I think
You put it on yellow.
I'm gonna go with yellow.
Yeah,
Good choice.
predictable.
You know, it's a very nice color. It's right in front of me, easy to reach. I'm watching you.
We get it.
No, I'm watching
yellow.
you.
No, I'm watching you. It's kind of hard. We're across the table from each other.
Nox, you may now take the first turn. So
Okay.
roll your dice.
All right, so I'm rolling all 4 die. Oh, if I can keep a hold of them.
So embarrassing.
I know. But that roll is not so embarrassing.
Ooh, good roll, good roll.
Spicy.
It's a spicy roll. We've got 2 2s and a 1 and a 3. So I can place 3 students,
You could.
or I could move. Or I could do all those things, and it's going to remove all of these dice. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah, and just to remind viewers, you can spin just one die by spinning it, doing its power, and placing it on your board, or
Right.
you can spin all of them either in one turn or wait for it to come back around to you on a different turn.
Well, since this is the beginning of the game, I'm going to spin these 3 to place 3 students.
Solid choice.
And I'm going to place them all for Havana
my God.
right here on yellow.
Why?
You are insane.
He loves Coldplay.
Stockpile.
I really do like Coldplay.
You're a yellow hoarding monster.
I know. It's what can I say? I think I'm going to keep a hold of this 3.
Excellent.
Though. So I'm going to pass the turn then, right?
All right, Jordan, that makes it your turn to roll some bones.
All right, let's roll these.
Roll these phones.
All right, I got 2 1s, a 5, and a 6. No,
Solid.
I'm not going to be able to use 5 to paint anything yet because I don't have
You
any
can paint a picture
paints
with
yet.
your mind.
Yes, I just need to absorb what it means to be a painter. All right, so I'm going to use the 2 1s to place dudes.
So, what it means to be a painter is hiring students to do your work for you?
Yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
That tracks.
that is exactly correct. And I guess I won't fight over yellow, so I will put 1 in both of those.
It's working well.
It's working
So
well.
far.
If the point of the game is to have all the yellow, I win.
It might be.
And then, just to
Your
be
patient
cheeky,
might be that.
I will use my 1 6 to take a yellow.
How dare you?
How cheeky.
What now?
Cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. Okay,
Checkmate.
so
Wrong game.
on the beginning of my turn, I roll all 4 dice, and I can spin as many. Should I re-roll the cocked
Re-roll
or
it.
okay?
Should
Didn't
I
want
re-roll
to.
the cock?
It's a cocked die. I didn't want to. I should have never asked and taken the 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I roll a 1 or a 2, I place a student. If I roll a 3, I can move students up to 1 student per player anywhere I want, make things crazy. 4 is collect paint from each pile of paint where I am either tied for or have the most students there. 5 is paint a painting. We have 7 available to choose from right now. And 6 is gain any 1 paint without having students there. So I've got 4s. That's so great to collect, if only... I have placed a student for 1. I will collect and collect, which is 2
Oh.
green and 2 yellow. And I will use my final die to paint a painting.
Oh, that was like a
There
combo.
she go. There she goes.
Yeah. Oh my God, my first painting is a masterpiece. Look at me.
Masterpiece.
It's the Song of the Lark. I shall pay 2 green and 2 red. And now it says I must return a student from one of the painting piles back to my palette, and that is gonna be red.
And if you didn't have a student out, would you have to do that?
Oh, good question. No, it is not a cost to do it. It is a penalty sort of thing. If you don't have enough students out to fulfill that, you can still do it. You just take as many students off of it as you can. And I also get to, once per game, you may use 3 paints of any color to gain 3 paint of any color.
Oh, so you can just like trade paints.
Tradesies, got it. Okay.
Love me some
Tradesies.
Now, does it matter that your painting's a little derivative?
Well, it's a masterpiece, so
God.
this is what other paintings will be derived
All right,
from
I'm-
now.
I'm
This
not-
is gonna be turned into a Saoirse Ronan movie, okay?
right.
So don't mess. Becca, are you done? I guess I'm done.
Okay, I will go
Good
then.
round.
Thank you.
Ooh, I got some 2s. I got a 5, I got a 3. So with my 2s, I can place a couple students.
Good move.
So let's do that. Let's do it.
Probably all on yellow, right?
I think that's the winning
Honestly,
strategy.
considering it, but I'd only be able to move one of his, so he'd still have the upper hand on my
But
stuff.
you could place both yours on yellow and move one of yours there and one of his away.
All right, there. You're
a good point.
you're riding back seat.
I think I'm actually just gonna go blue and red there to place my students, but then to move, I am going to move one of these yellow babies away.
All right.
And then I can move other people's, right? Mm-hmm. But what if y'all just went over there? What if we just really...
This hurts on a lot of levels.
and then I'll hang on to the 5.
All right.
I have 1 student.
Wow.
Just want you to know
I have to
that
sit in
you've
the back of the
declared
yellow
war.
paint class.
All right.
I changed my mind. I wanted to mess with y'all, so.
Okay. I see how it is.
Becca, is
back
there
to
a
Nox.
combat mechanic in this game?
That
Yeah,
is
it's where,
it.
it's where you
Right.
just punch me in the face. IRL.
Oh, that is on the back page of the rules.
Just like real art school.
Yeah.
All right,
Honest?
so I roll this, and I have a 1. Now I can choose to turn this in for an inspiration, right?
That's right. If you decide that you don't like any of your die faces, you can instead spend your entire turn within that round burning 1 die to get 1 inspiration token that can be used to either reroll, paint a painting without a 5, or draw a new patron card later in the game. Or right now.
I thought about it, but I think I'm actually going to keep it and put another student out.
Where are you putting them?
Over on blue, please.
All right.
Unpredictable.
Okay. For my last die, I will roll this and see what I got and knock over.
Wow, you hate
causing a
yellow
mess.
stuff.
Why are you so passive-aggressive?
I'm a monster.
Aggressive.
It happens to everyone in college. You spilled the paint.
So
Clumsy, you had a growth spurt.
I get to place a dude, and since I get to place it, I will place it on blue, since I was just moved away from blue.
Oh, tough.
So
Tough life.
rudely.
I really thought we talked about this personal space.
All right, so that was your last die. Your turn has ended, and now it goes back to Havana.
You don't even have a turn.
I don't even.
What's that feel like?
I had a turn. It just required me
Ooh,
to do
gain
nothing.
any paint. I will take a yellow. Thank you very much.
I'm going to need that back, though. Just this.
Oh, okay.
You're not the Baron of Yellow Paint.
The Baron of Yellow.
Oh, we've all gone. Okay.
That
Yellow
it.
King.
That is it.
So a new round shall begin. If you would pass the first painter token,
And then it goes there, right?
Boy.
and everyone, please remove your dice from your board. They're now all fresh.
So I will roll my fresh, clean dice, not into the pile of yellows.
Yeah, thank you.
And so now I have 1, 2 3s, and a 4, which could let me move twice and place a student. I'm gonna place, and then
If you would please.
boom.
Not that one.
Whoop,
Not
wrong
that
one, wrong one.
Could you just play Jordan's turn?
Games are
Yeah,
hard.
do you mind?
Yes, and then I will move one of these over here, and then I will collect so that I get 1 of each.
There we go. You did it, Jordan.
Hurrah!
Hurrah!
Good turn.
And then I think I'll save my last one because I don't really need to move them around right now.
Good choices. Good choices all around. 'Tis my turn, and I roll some dice. 2 2s. That's excellent, because I have no students around, so I will go ahead and place some
students to their classes.
I heard a bell ring.
You had a student quit after you painted your last masterpiece.
I did. Oh,
It's a lot of pressure to work for a neurotic artist.
It's true. I am tough but fair. I could place in yellow and be tied, but there's everybody there. It's just such a party. Yeah, I guess I love the color green, and yellow's also a very nice color. So I'm happy with that. I could either gain 1 paint in any color or paint a painting, but I think I'm just gonna pass for now.
Okay.
Hello? Oh my God. So stressful. Ooh, okay. That feeling when you roll 2 painted paintings and have 1 paint. Feels good, man. So I got 1-1, which means I can place a student. And I think I'm just gonna go and try and steal the majority here on the green. Get out of here! And then I'm gonna use my 6 to get any paint. I'll take the yellow, because I'm not trying to put in effort to get that.
Yeah,
jeez.
hotly contested.
And then you know what? I can't do anything else, so I suppose I'll save these.
All right, so we start off here at the beginning. Hold on. Is this considered cocked, or do you feel like...
I would reroll it.
Reroll.
I'll reroll.
When in doubt.
All right. There we go.
Same roll.
It's pretty much the exact same roll. Okay, that's a 6, a 3, and a 1 and a 2. So I'm going to use these to put 2 students out. And I am going to very predictably take yellow back.
Oh, wow, very strongly.
Very strong. It's tough but fair, I think is how you termed it. My school is an online course. It's not, something that you would go to and spend money on, really. It's
Right.
free.
And your printer only has
Taking the value of yellow, 101.
Yeah.
your printer only has yellow ink, and you are trying to make it work.
I'm trying to get that printer work, Jordan.
Yeah,
I mean,
I get
it's
it.
just, it's a
You
it's a
gotta
problem.
kick it at like a 60-degree angle.
So I've got this as well, and I'm gonna spin this to gain a paint.
Spin the
because I
6.
have no paint at all on my palette. I'm gonna take a blue, please.
Stop, Becca. Stop.
thank you.
You're crazy.
And then I'm gonna spin my my final die, and I'm gonna move people away.
Okay.
Move
Get him out of here.
You're over here.
That's fine.
One over here.
You just gave him the max. Oh,
I know.
it was
Okay.
unavoidable.
It was unavoidable. And then could we move one of Havana's people, no, the meeple there, over to here?
That
Okay.
is actually
Evening
rude as
things
hell.
Move me somewhere where I'm useless. Okay. Are you sure you don't want to put me over here?
Well, I've already moved one of your pieces. I can only move one.
Yeah,
right?
I know, but the one you moved, since you gave everybody else.
I think it's fine, right?
Party.
I think I'm done.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, we're done, is what he's saying.
All right, so I get to re-roll my last die. It's a 6, so I can gain any 1 paint, or I can choose to just take an inspiration, which actually is what I'm going to do.
So inspired for later.
That is done.
I roll.
Okay.
I got a 3 and a 5.
Is that what you wanted to paint?
That's
the
not what I
paint you didn't
asked for. But I'll take it. I would like to.
You could fix Nox's move aggression.
I am sorry.
Are you sorry?
Yeah, I'm gonna arrange because I like having power.
This is all about art
It's all
and
about-
power.
Yes.
Art is power.
Well said.
Let me
The Becca Scott mission statement.
even you out here.
Look at us all partying.
And I don't even care about this red. And then
You took some green dominance over there.
I'm gonna take this. Oh wait, no. Let me just. Oh, that's not me. Okay. Havana, I have left you
Showed
alone
him.
for
Thank
now.
you. Thank you. Bless.
And that was my changing of the paint guards.
I like
My
the
turn.
idea that we're just a group of students who are all like fighting over paint shops.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it
It's
is.
expensive.
It's a really expensive
4 and
art.
1.
4 and 1. 1 is place a student, don't you know?
I've heard.
And I'm gonna go for green, even it out with Miss Becca here. And then I'm gonna collect, so I will get 1 from here, and a red and a blue. Now I got paint, and that's my whole business.
All right.
That's my whole biz.
Nox, you have passed.
I'm all done.
All
Jordan's
that's left
passed.
is you get your last die.
Oh my god.
It's all on you.
You got it,
Okay, let's roll
Becca.
a 4.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow.
take you to Vegas.
Asking you, I just came back from there. Don't give me your money and tell me to play pie gal for you.
I will not make that mistake again.
I was going to, but now I'm not.
No, I really don't.
So, can't get much. Just get one little greensy. Here we go. Really should have moved myself over here, but it's fine.
All right. So the first player palette passes on
Moi!
to Becca.
Wow.
Hey, all right. I'll roll some dice. That's the clock,
Man.
if ever I saw it.
Oh my God.
It's reroll again.
Also cocked.
I mean, just keep rolling until you get what you want. Becca.
Sure. I'm gonna place 2 little artists onto Old Yeller. And now I'm tied for the most there, and I shall collect 1 green and 1 yellow, and then do that one more time. That's all she wrote,
Nice.
baby.
All right.
Nice. Oh, my turn.
A lot of paint.
Thank you.
Nice a lot of paint, little
One-
lady.
Working hard.
Yeah. One has to ask where you're headed with this.
Could be anywhere.
Ooh, 2 4s. And I get to place 2.
Oh my gosh, that's the same roll I had.
We're twinsies.
Soul sisters.
Soul
Paint sisters.
Paint sisters.
I would like to congratulate all of us on refraining from accents up until this point.
We really have
For
done
the
a great
most
job.
part, there's a little Southern, there's a
I mean-
touch of French.
A touch of French.
Touch of super Little Mermaid-esque.
Yeah. Movie French.
I'm going to use
Movie French.
one of
Cartoon
these
French.
to collect. So I'll get one here.
Oh my gosh.
Blue, green,
She must be stopped.
red.
Wow,
I'm
A
terrified.
lot of paint.
I'm terrified.
So much.
And then I'm actually going to spend 1 inspiration to re-roll
Do it.
my last die here.
Going for broke. Come on, 4.
Oh, that's not what I really wanted. Well, no, that's not what I wanted.
Move, everybody.
Move everybody, move them around. What if I just put everyone on yellow? What if that's just my master plan?
You know, I actually didn't do this to make a hard stance on it. It really was the closest color to
Moving
me.
Becca over here.
But I'm glad it's happening.
I didn't move you
Here.
last time. Oh. You almost helped me. Where's
I
that
know.
one? Was that here?
Yeah, sorry. So I moved
Jordan and me.
Jordan and you. So purple and me are left.
That's right.
Oh, purple. What are we gonna do with you?
You really want to feel like you.
Do you even have any yellow? You've been on yellow this whole time. You have no.
I don't have really any
I'm
paint
just
or
gonna help.
chance of
I'm
winning.
just
Put him
gonna
in
give
charge
you
of
a
yellow?
treat. I'm just gonna give you a
Oh,
little
you
treat.
just moved me over to yellow.
And you know what? You
Thank you.
deserve it. Remember that I did that for you, please.
I will. I will.
And that's all my die.
I remember. Okay, so I am up and I'm going to roll these, right? And we got a 1, a 2, a 4, and a 5. I can't really paint a painting because I don't have any paint. So if I place before I collect, right, that would be the wise thing to do. So I could put some more meeples down. Let's do this. Let's take tie on green. Actually, could I shift that? Does anybody care if I shift that? Move one of those people over and then move one more. I'm sorry, over to blue. Now that makes better sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I can collect with the 4, correct?
Sure
Yep.
can. So you're winning at yellow and you're tied at blue.
Uh-huh. And so I get one of those.
And tied
And
it.
And also tied it red.
And I'm tied at red. So I get 1 painting. And then I have the opportunity to paint a painting, but I'm not sure that I can do that with what I have.
Oh, you're 1 green away from a centennial of
Yeah.
independence.
Maybe that's a waiting
oh.
thing. But that's
That's a green. No, you need
that's
a
a 1
green.
each. It's a, I'm
And that's a
You've
green.
got, green is popular.
Green is messing you up.
All right, well, you got some paint stashed.
yeah, because I couldn't win the green, so I moved off of it. But here we are, and I'll hold on to this then.
Cool.
All right. Now, I'm definitely going to get that one. I hope I get
The
a die
dressing
it.
for the carnival?
Yes. It's just so pretty.
You can't paint a painting.
But I have
Wait, you have your 2 inspiration.
So I definitely
Do
can.
have inspiration that you
Oh
can
my gosh.
I also agree you
roll.
have inspiration.
The exact same roll Havana and I both got.
So I'll start by collecting. I can put myself matching on yellow.
I must say that's placing.
Placing. Yes, that's what I meant to say. Placing.
We knew.
And then I will collect. I'll go with yellow. That seems like a pretty And then I'll place one here on green to start. Actually, I'll do it here on blue because that's.
Anticipation.
Yep, and that was the 1 and the 2 there. And then
Will you collect? Or
I'm
will
not
you
going to
wait?
collect. I will do my painting first. Because
you've
I'll
been
get
thinking
this
about
one.
this.
Yeah. So this one, the dressing for the carnival has when painted, place 3 guys.
Oh,
Now you must first.
it's a
I have to
masterpiece.
take one off,
This is happening.
but then I get to place 3.
And then you put 3 back.
So
Now
take
don't-
one off first.
And pay your paints. What kind of monster are
yeah,
you?
what are you doing, Jordan?
Okay, I'll pay them.
You can't paint a painting with no paint.
Paid.
And just if you could not knock over all the paint when you're
No.
doing it.
God, a mess.
Art is chaos. All right, so I took one back, and now I get to place 3. 1. I'm already good on that one.
On red,
2,
on blue.
and then I guess I will. I still can't get green.
Oh my.
But then-
Now new options have opened up.
Now I can collect twice, and I will get 2 yellow, 2 red,
Oh my god.
and 2 blue.
Wow, this game just ramped.
Ramped
Wham, wham,
up.
wham.
You ramped.
Thanks, dressing for the carnival.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
That was a turn. That was a turn.
I think we're all out of. Oh no, you have one more die left.
I have 1 die, and I'm saving it to lose.
I believe it's your turn.
Nox.
Oh, is it my turn? I'm the
We're
only one.
all
What?
spent.
I'm just hanging out. I'm fine.
We
All right, so I roll. That's a 4 for collect paint, and I'm going to do so. However, I still tie on yellow, correct?
And red and blue.
And red and blue. So I will do that because I am still short green. But here we are.
The elusive
It's-
emerald.
Yes. Well, and there's nothing to collect on. Wait. Oh, wait.
Now your turn ends once your final die is spent.
So I'm done.
So you actually
There's
cannot
nothing else I
spend
can do.
inspiration.
Which I don't have
after
2
time.
anyway, so I couldn't do.
Couldn't do a painting.
Don't even have to worry about it. No
Done.
green, no worries.
All right.
Cool.
No.
No green, no worries.
Mo green, mo problems.
Mo green, more pairs of kids.
Yeah. Wait, what? Is that what you spend all your money on?
It's just kids.
Here's
Everyone,
the first
all of these
player
are valid.
palette. What do you spend your money on?
Magic.
Also kids.
Also kids.
No, it's
The
magic cards, actually.
occasional- Yeah, you were the first collector who showed me their magic cards.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna gain any paint to take a yellow, please.
1 yeller.
I'm going to use my 3 to move students. And I'm going to move Becca over here.
You have to wonder what the story is behind the students moving. Like, are you telling them to go to the wrong classroom? Like they're asking directions and you're like, yeah, it's to the left.
They've mastered that color.
They're just little armies that you're sending to the paint shop to fight the other students for, like, buckets of paint.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm
It's a
moving
violent bloodshed war. I think.
Very
Nox over
violent.
here, and I'm moving
Violent.
Jordan over here. And
You were just really set on having us duke it out.
I really,
everything
y'all
harder.
dug your grave, and I'm making sure you stay in it.
I never put a guy on yellow. You put all of mine on yellow.
That can't be true.
It's
No,
so
I've
true,
watched
though.
you put a guy on yellow.
It's super true, though.
You literally took one off and then put one back on.
It is definitely true.
Yeah, so I could collect, but you put all my dudes on
I
yellow.
don't believe it.
Did you move everybody?
I moved everybody except for myself, and I think I don't want to move myself. And then I'm going to collect. So I'm going to be getting 1 blue, 1 green, 1 red. And then I'm going to keep my 1 dice till next turn. So
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and roll. I've got a couple of 2s, a 5, and a 6. I can paint a painting for the first time in this game, which is kind of exciting. I can gain a paint. I feel like it might be a mistake, but I'm going to spend all of them.
Do it.
But I'm going to start by putting out my 2 students.
You're running out of
And
You have
students.
so many students.
I would like to put one on blue,
Okay.
and I'd like to put the other one here on red. And then I'm going to gain any 1 paint, and I'm going to gain green.
I see.
Green's been kind of at a premium.
Yeah, I thought it was yellow, and I made the
Uranium?
mistake of really banking down on yellow, and that was the wrong choice. Now I've got the 5 left over, so I can paint a painting. I have an assortment of colors.
you have a green.
I have a green. No
you could
thanks
afford
to
a
the
centennial of
shenanigans.
independence.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that one. I just like the look of it.
Ooh, that's
These
3
level-
masterpieces.
Yeah.
That's endgame.
No, it's
no,
the
it's
same
a-
person has to have
some
3.
right.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I was not explicit. One person has painted 3 masterpieces.
okay.
We have triggered the end game. We
Got
finished
it.
the current round, and we play one more entire additional round.
Right.
Now I also take one
That is in the
person
rules.
back, right?
Do. Who do you want to go home?
That's interesting because if I pull anybody off of yellow, the yellow wars are over.
They're not
just-
over, they're waylaid.
I never cared about winning the yellow.
I don't care about green right now, so I'll pull
Wow.
someone back.
That's pretty
You
rude.
care deeply about green.
I do, but I just am never going to win at green, so I'm going to try to just roll really well from this point forward.
All right, do you want to read the text of the Centennial of Independence?
I would love to. When painted, choose a color. For each of your paintings that use that color, gain 1 point or 1 paint of any color. So I gain an additional paint for this, correct?
One of any of those colors.
Oh, I see. And then if I get another painting, I also choose
It
another.
says just one. It's a one-time effect. It happens
only
when
there.
you acquire the painting.
Yeah, if you
Understood.
had other ones first, it could.
I'll take some green, please.
One green.
You just said you didn't care about green.
I'm fickle. What can I say?
Indeed.
Fickle. It's hard for me to choose. Here I am.
All right, I will roll my 4 dice, and I got 5, 5, 4, 2. So I guess I could paint a bunch of paintings if I have those options, but I need green for everything.
No, you don't.
Aw.
I don't need. I can
Yellow
get something.
dancers in the wings. Two men
let's see.
contemplating the moon. These are timeless
Classics.
images.
I gotta say, I
is
love the
such a
name.
mood.
I love the name Two Men Contemplating the Moon.
I don't know.
I'm changing my legal name to that.
The horse
Havana,
fair.
two men painting in the moon. Oh,
Yeah.
contemplating the moon.
Contemplate it. We're just thinking about the moon.
You ever think about the moon? I do.
I do.
You ever
do
think about
think about
changing
the
your
moon.
name to two men contemplating the moon?
It's 500 cows away.
What's more useful to me, getting another red or getting another blue? I'm gonna go with the blue though. And then, okay, I will place my guy. Then I'll collect. So I get a yellow.
Oh my.
I get a blue,
That's it?
and I think that's it. I'm going to paint. I mean, obviously, I'm going to paint Two Men Contemplating the Moon
Makes sense.
because it's an amazing
The
name.
brand is strong.
Yeah.
It's a great painting.
And when painted, I get 3 inspiration.
You do indeed.
What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
I think
Don't forget-
contemplating the moon pays off.
You need to pull one student back to home base.
Yes, I do. And I will pull back Yellow Fighter.
That's
Wow.
Jordan.
Bold choice.
I'm just gonna put your meeple back there.
Yeah, you'll just keep focusing my efforts on Yellow.
I have revealed woman at her toilet.
Voila.
I'm sorry?
That's a little private, but
Woman at her toilet?
yeah,
Yep.
it was
That's what happened.
not very
All right.
sensitive.
Taking a turn.
Jordan hadn't spent all his.
I'm not spinning this one.
Oh, okay.
4, 5, 6, 6. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay, I do want to paint a painting. Collecting is not super useful to me when I'm way behind here. I'm really a big fan of stacks of wheat. End of summer.
I think we're all a big fan of stacks of wheat.
Yeah.
As someone
feed us
who
all.
has a wheat tattoo, I agree.
Okay, so I paid my paints, and now on
Did
my
you?
turns, I did. I had 3 and 2.
Oh.
On your turns, you may use ones to place 2 of your painters instead of 1,
Wow.
which is the long-term plan.
Irises.
Ooh, irises. Love irises.
That's
Okay.
a flower.
My other options here, I could just collect some paint, but honestly, I think I need more students out in the world, so I will hold tight.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Keeping for 3.
Give in for 3.
I see the strategy.
Oh, shucks the darn. Shucks the darn.
That's a Pokemon.
I'm gonna go over here to tie up for 3. Placing my student, and that's my dice spent, y'all.
Getting busy on the red.
Then you're done this round, right?
I'm done,
So
yeah.
I will re-roll my last die.
Oh my gosh.
It's a 5.
It's a good roll.
It landed perfectly in the thumb
Did
hole.
land. It landed in the one
Uncocked.
place that could not be cocked there. This might be crazy, but okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get another patron. Put those 3
I
in to get a
forgot
patron.
about that move.
It's a good move.
How?
And then I'm gonna use this, which is a 5, to 2 blue, 2 yellow. And buy Yellow Dancers in the Wings, a 3rd masterpiece, making me
Shoot.
What?
Oh,
a master.
Where did that come from?
How'd you do that? We forgot to try and win the game.
Oh, God.
I was unaware this was a game.
Okay, so what's gonna happen? Jordan's gonna win, but aside
not.
from
We
that,
don't know what these
it's
patrons are
possible.
gonna do.
It's possible. I'm gonna say you got a good chance. Good strategizing, sir.
Looking at those numbers.
All right, so
Let me also, just because I just did it, I have to pull a guy back, so I will pull this guy back, and that's when painted, you may move all of your dudes between paint piles. So now, go ahead and
sweet.
explain.
As you decide, we will, let's see, first player was Havana, so that means I go last in this round. And then after that, we will all take one final round, ending with Havana, and then end of game.
One final round? Like, if I keep
Full
dice
round.
aside, do I get to go again? Okay.
Have you finished moving?
Actually, wait, I want to do that.
You would.
I am
honestly.
all moved.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure. First things first, I roll.
Just roll perfectly, Becca.
Okay.
It's fine. No pressure.
Ooh, 2 student
Get them
placings,
students out
1
there.
paint grabbing. Okay.
Grab it, baby.
What can one do? I know. On your turns, you may use 1s to place 2 of your painters instead of 1. So we'll use a 1 in order to place it blue.
Boom.
I'm a ways away, but we'll go with green here. I'm gonna hold tight, see what I can get up to here.
It's only your turn.
Oh, great, okay. So we're gonna roll and get some 1s. I'm gonna burn 1 to take an inspiration because I want to have the ability to paint a painting whenever I choose. And then this one,
Choose
let's
quick.
place more paintings with a 1. Oh, dang it. Okay, well, we just gonna collect then. 1 sad little blue. Okay, new round, final round.
All right.
Final
Pass that
round. To Nox.
Final round.
Fight.
All right. This is now the pressure's on.
The War of Art.
Oh, cock.
That's a cocked die. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna re-roll the same thing.
Exactly the
Impressive.
same, yep.
That's how.
You're pretty good at that.
I'm pretty good at that. I am
Consistent.
Consistent, if
Important.
nothing else. Yeah. All right. So this is going to help me paint a painting.
There's Moulin Rouge.
You could buy both of these.
You don't buy the paintings, Jordan. You make them.
You could paint
gosh.
both of these.
3. Yeah. So there's 3, and then this one here. So I could do that, and it's still probably not going to put me where I want to go, but at least I won't be sitting on just a single painting.
You gotta just 10,000 hours, you know?
Yeah.
Put in the work, and the paintings are gonna become masterpieces eventually.
It also helps just to hire a bunch of students to do it for you.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
That's true.
They're interns too. I don't even have to pay them.
I mean,
Right.
it is your creation if you told them to do it.
If you give
Well,
them specific
Ask
direction.
Andy Warhol.
They're
Yeah.
getting
Oh my
exposure, which is like very nice for them.
Okay, and then I'm painting these 2. So then these,
Did you have 2 5s? Oh, you did.
yeah. So it's this
You paid a
and
blue and a green
this.
and a blue, a red, and a yellow.
Wow.
And I owe.
at you go.
Is there a meeple cost for that?
No.
No, there's no meeple cost. Now there's a couple of actions here on your turns, of which there are increasingly less. Your 3s allow you to move 1 additional piece. Now I still have a 3 here, so that would count.
Sure.
All right. On your turns, you may spend 2 inspiration to gain 1 paint of any color. Well, I don't have that. That's not going to help. But I do have 3. And I am going to use that 3 to move. And I know we're at the end game here, but I really just want there to be no question about who
Wow,
controls
you
absolutely
could've-
all the yellow at the end of the game. Just want to be sure.
Wow.
You know it's me.
All
Yellow
right.
King.
I may not win the game that you're playing, but I'm winning the game I'm playing.
Most yellow the game.
Most yellow game coming this summer.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so
Now you can move
I can move
black, orange, and purple.
Right, but I can
and
also
1
move
more.
1 additional, right? So I'm gonna move
Well, you could move me again and
I'm
help
g-
me
oh.
since you.
Help her.
just fine. Would you move 1 of Havana's yellow or
No.
oranges over to the blue?
No.
Yeah, just
Why?
just
Okay,
to make
so
sure. And then I'm gonna move my extra 1 over here.
Awesome. Did you want to move any of yours? I haven't moved to purple yet.
Yeah, I'll move this guy over here.
You're not helping yourself.
I think we know where this is headed. So with that, I have a 6 remaining. I could gain any 1 paint, but that's not going to help. I'm gonna hold off and hope for a collect or some place or something.
All right, let's roll my dice, see if I can cement my lead a little bit. I can place 2, and then I could...
A little bit, he says.
We just gave each other the same look. Okay, Jordan, cement
Wow.
your lead.
Romantic, fun.
With your 2 patrons and your fancy
You don't
first
even, he
master
doesn't even paint his
token.
own art. He pays his students. He
That's
doesn't
what I
pay
do.
his students to do it.
I'm going to pay more students to
And do
do
you
it.
call it the factory?
Yes.
Man, you hate Warhol.
I do. Edie Sedgwick all the way. Team Edie.
If I get 1 more, is there anything I can buy with my 1? Yes, there is. Okay, so I will put this in, and I will take 1 green. I will hire one of my students to
Oh my God, in your last turn?
to paint Salisbury Cathedral from the Bishop's grounds.
Now you're
Is
just
that like
getting
a Salisbury
greedy.
Yeah.
steak?
Because I'm from a town called Salisbury.
Really?
Yes.
What's your social security number?
It is. No. This says once per round, you may use 1 paint to gain 2 inspiration.
Oh, later.
So
You ain't got no paint.
You ain't got no.
I can't do it.
I knew there'd be an end to your success.
And then I'll hold off on these 2.
Okay, here I go rolling.
There you go, rolling.
We got a 1, a 3, a 4, and a 6. Okay, so.
We have all already agreed that Jordan is a hack, though, correct?
Sure,
Right.
yeah.
I'm not
He
fighting
either-
that one.
He either used free earned interns to make the art for him, or he's going around literally purchasing paintings with paint.
Right. I mean,
Either way, it's weird, it's
Look.
shady.
Okay, I'm choosing to use a 3 first, and I'm gonna move around some stuff. So I'm gonna move Jordan over to yellow,
Fair.
move
Everybody
Havana
does.
On
over
brand.
to yellow.
Hey, hey,
Havana, why are you everywhere?
you're. Oh, can't.
And I just am gonna move Nox just to be
Nice catch.
obnoxious.
oh,
Do you get that a lot?
I get it all the time.
Sorry.
And I like
I'm
it.
so sorry.
And I love it.
I love it. It's really fun.
Becca, are you stressed?
Select a red and a blue, very much so. I'm gonna take woman at her toilet
Stop.
and pay my 2. I'm gonna pay a red and a green, and I'm seeing a woman at her toilet. On your turns, you may use 2 dice to take any dice action. Doesn't seem worth it, but that's fine.
You do have 2 dice, so.
I do, and that's, what else can, I don't have any more dice. Great.
You have 2 more dice.
Well, to paint the paintings.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, Havana, final, beginning of final round.
Beginning of the end.
Beginning of the end. Avengers Endgame. Ooh, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. First and foremost, I'm going to paint a painting.
Paint that
So
painting.
I am going to paint big old boy.
Beautiful.
The race is at the long champ, so that is.
You are the long champ today.
Oh, honey, thank you.
I mean,
That's
that's a
3
great painting.
green.
That's
and
11
3
victory points.
yellow, despite your efforts to keep the yellow for me.
Oh, you just gave them back to me.
When painted, gain 1 paint or 1 inspiration. Let me see first, because I have to take away 2 of the meepies. I'm going to take away 1 from yellow.
Okay.
And I'm going to take away Juan from. Oh, can I put this out? Is that okay?
Yeah. It requires blue and
Oh, honey.
red. You could afford it.
Can I paint it is the thing. So then I am going to take, that's 3 in blue. 3 in blue is what I've said out loud. I guess it really just doesn't matter. But since I already have the 3 blue, I'll take this back. Okay, so that's the 2 back for the cost of this. And then I am gonna take the inspiration instead of the paint so that I have another chance to get a reroll, or I have another reroll if I don't have another paint thing going on.
Totes. You can
I do
grab-
want to place a student actually. I want to place one here, back
Green.
at the green, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and expend the reroll now.
I recommend doing it at the beginning of your next turn because you'll get to roll for free, and if you don't like that option, you could re-roll it.
Okay. I'm just worried about Jordan buying more paintings.
Oh, true.
With my nun paint.
Oh, yeah,
You've
that's
run out of money.
In the
yeah.
paint economy,
You could.
Jordan is the poorest now.
No, I'm going to. I'll call that my turn.
Okay, Nox.
All right, I have 1 die left. I have an inspiration, so if I don't like it, I can re-roll it. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what we get here.
2.
All right. I think, given that I have no paint, no real chance of getting enough paint to create a painting, my only real hope here is to use this die wisely.
Reroll, get a 3, move everybody else around just to annoy them.
I could just be annoying.
Just to be fun.
Why did I suggest this?
No, I'm actually going to use it to put a meeple right here.
On yellow. That's on brand.
Yep, I'm going to just stay there.
Solid choice.
And I guess that's the end of my turn. I have an inspiration left, and I'm just going to be inspired over here.
That makes sense.
All right.
You inspire
Jordan,
me.
I believe you were winning.
All right, I'll roll my
You're busy
2.
winning over there?
Yeah.
I just get
Not to interrupt your winning.
things to place.
Don't say a number the second you let go of the dice, or that will happen.
You
Huh? Oh, yeah, just, all right, so I got, that was weird. I
Yeah.
didn't even notice that, but I definitely said, I've just got 2, and I rolled 2 2s. So I'm gonna just put one of them and take an inspiration that I don't know what I could do with.
You could reroll dice with that, is what
Yes,
you
I
could
could.
do. Inspire a generation of young students.
I'm so nervous.
to buy paintings for you.
Okay.
Oh,
I like how you
4.
whispered painting as you rolled that.
Yeah, that's correct. That's how
That's how
dice
you
work.
summon it.
Okay, well, if I were to collect right now, I could take a blue and a red. I will take a blue and a red. And hold tight.
Me?
Yeah.
Hello, me. Not what I wanted.
Reroll.
But I am going to play. If I reroll, do I reroll both of them, or just one?
You reroll both of them.
I'm gonna do that then. Yes. Oh my god.
This is a big move. It's a big move.
So that I get to paint another painting, which I'm going to use to paint another big boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The 9
Look at that.
Oh, man. I think
You
that's gonna-
are in trouble here,
Pull
Jordan.
back 2 oranges.
When painted, draw 1 patron card. You must put one of your patron cards on the bottom of the patron deck. Okay, that's interesting.
So draw one, choose your favorite.
And I need to take back 2 meeples, so I'm going to take back that and these. And let me check really quick on which patron. I guess y'all could keep going. I'm going to hold on to this,
Sure.
and then I'll go after Jordan, and I'll
Okay,
decide which
you look at those patrons. We have revealed the combat of Jar and Hassan.
What was that again?
Jar
And Hassan.
and Hassan.
It looks like Calvin and Hobbes.
That's
Yeah.
right. Oh, Nox, you have spent your dice and
Oh, I'm
inspired
done.
many.
I've inspired
Jordan, final die.
I
Everyone.
really don't think there's anything I can, like, do to succeed here.
So you forfeit. Okay,
So-
accepted. We understand.
Good game, good game.
Good game.
I love,
game of-
you don't get anything for having inspiration at the end of the game, right?
No.
A high five.
Oh, high five.
I will place a student and in the game, or in my
Oh.
round.
All right. Mama wants a 5.
Sorry.
You
I'm
put it
sorry.
out in the universe, though, and that's what's important.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stay true.
Mama has a lot of paint unspent at the end of this game. And no reroll. So Mama is just gonna... I wouldn't do that to you. I'm going to...
Can you not hold on to it?
I must do something.
Oh,
Even if that's spin the die in order to get an inspiration.
Gotcha.
But my turn ends when I'm out of dice, so I wouldn't be able to use that reroll.
got it. Okay.
So let me just spin this to move everybody around, just so I can be the queen of blue. I'm gonna go.
Now you're playing the game right. It took all game, but now you finally understand.
And more of me over here.
Lean really hard
And
into one.
you know what? I want to just lord over everybody a little bit.
Right.
So we've got.
An audience.
Yes, I'm coming for you.
Oh, it's a whole.
You'll be inducted
very
into
threatening over
Circled
our
us.
ceremony. It's
Becca's
a
a witch
modern
now.
art piece. Yes.
Art witch.
Are you done being scary?
That's my end of game.
That's not what I wanted. That's fine.
Want some paint?
I'll just collect some paint where I can do that nowhere.
get
I could get
red?
1 red.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
All right. The end game has been resolved. Let's all reveal our patron cards. And Well, Nox, you've got that first player going on over there. Tell us about your patron.
So my patron, she was very demanding that I ensure that I have the most meeples on the table. So it actually gets me 5 victory points
Well
for having
done.
the most.
Wow.
I believe that that's not even in contention here.
No,
You definitely did
not
it.
even
Not
a
at
little
all.
bit.
But it was only 5. I was actually not paying attention to the numbers earlier on and wasn't watching what was happening here. So I think that really cost me, but I'm still proud of the game that I played.
You have 15 points right there, and that's
Yes.
pretty good.
15's okay.
All right. So, Jordan, we're going to wait on you.
Okay.
Because I'm going to do me because I find it's more dramatic if you save the people in contention for winning for last. So let me just, my patron, his name is Edmund Fitzgerald. Of
course.
It's not on the card, it's just my own flavor text.
He's also a writer.
Yes, he's definitely a writer. He has the thin glasses. He has VP based on the number of realism paintings, and I've only got 1, but Sorcerer Ronan's doing overtime over here. I get 1 extra point. So I have a total of 12 points. I'll do better next time. All right, Vanna, yours are more straightforward, so let's do you next. Keep the mystery flowing.
I just have the 20 points from my 2 masterpieces.
That's all.
Just.
And then that's it. My patron is 2 victory points for each paint pile where you have at least 3. So y'all really messed me up there at the end. I had 3 in 3 different piles, and then everybody started moving me around. So I've got 22 total.
Okay, so for mine, from just my paintings, I've got 11, 16, 19. And then I get 4 for getting the 3 masterpieces, which
23.
puts me at 23. And then I get 1 victory point for each painting that uses yellow, and 1 victory point for each painting that uses blue or green. So
28.
Yep, 28 points.
Dang.
Ooh!
Dang.
Well,
When-
the master cleaned up. Well done, Jordan. You
I would like
crushed
to
it.
remind everyone he painted none of those. So.
Oh no.
True. But they will be respected and time-honored for infinity and beyond.
I've also
That's
made
how
sure
paint works.
that the students who actually painted them have been silenced so that history will think I painted them.
You killed them?
Silent? Oh, were they wrapped up in my witch's ceremony over here in the blue pile?
Dark.
been.
Got
Y'all
dark.
were in cahoots the whole time?
Yeah.
Twist.
Actually, we made a deal, so when you win, I also get to gloat?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can just go, I was
gloat,
there.
gloat.
Right.
I was the manager of all the students that did the painting works.
But like any true artist, I'm
Yep.
going to take this trouncing and I'm going to use it to paint angrily in my basement.
Ooh, beautiful. I love that
gonna
portrait
create a
artist
visual.
vibe. Yeah. Well, friends, it was such a pleasure to have you here to play Atelier.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Thanks to you guys at home for watching Game the Game. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.